Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Misscliks D&D Seaborn. So, Albert. Still muted.
What? No,
No.
I'm not muted.
Good. Woo.
No, I was like, dude.
You're just yawning. Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
It has come time for your wizarding duel with the Bruno.
Yeah.
All right, quick reminder. So 1 round is a minute, but a combat round is not a round, right?
No, the combat round is a round.
Oh, so a combat round is 1 minute.
Correct.
I see. So each time we're like taking initiative turns, that is 1 round, which is a minute.
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to say, as they're doing their duel, I also keep an eye out in the distance each way, just in case, anything is to come upon us at all.
All right, Albert, here's what I propose. We stand facing each other on the beach 100 yards away to begin, and then we begin the duel.
No.
Well, then, what would you propose?
Like you're trying to trick me into something different.
Feel free to, adjust the parameters. I feel like that's a good amount of distance
Sure.
to start
I
with.
suggest that we start at 5 yards.
5 yards? We're right next to each other. That's silly, Albert.
That's way more interesting.
All right, let's compromise and say 50.
Let me take out my calculator.
I say,
Which level am I?
I think
So, 15 yards it is.
50, Albert. 50.
15.
All right. 25. 25.
No, 15.
if both of you are too scared to simply, stand and begin, perhaps this isn't really a duel of mighty wizards after all.
Ooh.
I mean, what is more mighty? Fighting away, like, super far away, like...
That's what we wizards
Or
do. Albert, do you
like
plan to
two
stand
men
5?
next to each other?
Do you plan to stand 5 feet away from the enemy when we're actually fighting?
Yeah, just like Maribel, a great warrior.
Really, Albert. The next time you fight, I will be holding you up to that. Then.
I'm sure I would survive I would fare very well in close quarter combat.
Captain Trellis, what areas would we be judging these fine wizards on? I say entertainment value, strength, creativity, and utility.
And how about lack of complaining? Because that's all I'm hearing right now.
Well then, since you two are the judges, how about you two decide this very important factor? How far away should we start from each other? This is very important, you see.
Go half between what you originally wanted, and that's
All right,
final.
then that is 50.
And then, of
Darn.
course, on anyone's turn, they can close if they so prefer.
Of course.
Yes.
All right. Well, I kind of pace off about 50 yards
I
from.
start off hidden behind the barrel.
Okay.
I actually come out of the ship with a barrel that was probably water. You guys didn't notice that, but I probably casted something in the ship to turn the water into something else. I can say what it is, or I can tell you once something happens with it.
Why don't you PM what you cast to me?
Okay.
Where was the PM sent?
On Skype.
On
I'm feeling
Skype?
very
I don't even have
relaxed.
Skype open.
Ah, crap.
I'm feeling
Alright,
very
I'll
relaxed,
tell
and
you-
my eyes are starting to droop a little, but I
I'll
am
tell
still
you on
being
Slack.
cautious.
I'll tell you on Slack. Wait.
I don't have Slack open either.
What do you
What?
have open?
Zoom? The program we're talking in?
Oh, there's
The way that we've been messaging back and forth
Okay.
about your mic problems?
Okay.
But then we'll see it.
No, you can do PMs in Zoom.
Okay, that's what I just found. Okay.
And... Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So you see me coming out of the ship with like a big barrel, and I'm like rolling it because I'm pretty strong. Then I put it in front of us, in front of me, I hide behind it. Well, I'm like crouching gracefully behind it. And I'm like, may the duel begin!
I have no need for props, but very well. Let us begin.
All right, let me get an initiative roll from both of you.
Wait.
D20, D10 plus the spell speed of whatever you're casting.
So, like, what if I need to get closer to cast my spell, though?
Still roll for the spell speed.
Wouldn't that be 3 then, since you need to walk, which is not as casting time?
No, you just go by the casting time. The system is imperfect.
Okay.
Oh, and what if my casting time is 1 round?
Then it
Well,
takes the
that's
entire
good.
round to
That's
cast.
just 1. Wait, no, I messed up my spell. It's 2. Okay, we're good. Okay.
All right, Dark Albert goes first.
So, like, I hope I didn't mess up, but, like, can I just run up and cast my spell when I'm in the right range, or is
Yep.
it not? Yeah?
Yep, Dark Albert leaps from behind the barrel, runs towards Bruno,
Very fast, because I'm very dexterous.
gets within 15 yards.
And cast Insatiable Thirst onto Bruno.
Bruno, make a saving throw versus spell.
Oh.
It's a D20. You want to roll your saving throw versus spell or higher.
I would like to give you the information that the barrel is currently open in terms of state and contains liquids.
Oh, is that the way you roll it?
No, you just wanted just the D20.
My save is 13. So that's below?
That is, you want to hit 13 or higher on a flat D20. So
Oh, that's bad.
that's bad. You fail, Bruno. You are overcome. You are overcome with a thirst like you've never had before. This uncontrollable desire to drink. If the roll has failed, the creature must consume any potable liquids he can find, including
And
airplane water.
I'm standing like this, pointing towards the barrel that has its top open and contains liquids that is next to us.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Give me a moment, Albert. I am so thirsty. I run past Albert towards the barrel.
It is filled with a slightly brownish fluid.
Is it potable?
He doesn't know.
I'm gonna check my inventory here.
Well, he's compelled to drink it if
Well,
it's potable.
no, I'm compelled to drink.
He's
water.
compelled to drink. He won't drink anything he knows is poisonous.
Okay.
so as far as he knows, though, this is like water from the barrel.
Doesn't look like normal water here, so I'm gonna quickly see whether or not I have any water on me.
Well, you have to consume all the potable liquids. That's what the spell says.
Yeah, for a really long
For
time.
3 minutes, you have to drink water or drink anything.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
Like,
I begin. I look at I pause for a moment at the barrel since the water looks fishy, but I just go head first into it and start drinking.
Okay. I do want to mention that this spell specifically says during this time the creature can do nothing but drink or look for liquids to drink. Victims of this spell believe they are dying of thirst, and depending upon their nature, may be willing to kill for drinkable fluids.
Thank goodness that there's water here. Drink.
It is not water. It is alcohol.
Oh!
Well, I chugged the alcohol.
Oh my
as
gosh.
he drinks, I'm like petting in his back, and I'm like, there, Bruno. It's gonna be all right. I'll be here for you after this.
Bruno, make me a Constitution save. And Jen, what sort of alcohol is this?
Probably rum.
Just straight rum. He's just drinking straight rum.
Bruno, give me a saving throw versus a Constitution check, please. D20 plus your con. All right, you managed to get the first few gulps of rum down without any issues.
This is so good.
I think you probably just drink rum until you pass out or like lean over and just puke everything out of you. It's going to be gross and unpleasant.
Oh no!
And Bruno ends up on the beach on his hands and knees, hurling everything up into the ocean, And just like going back and drinking more and then puking it back up. And then he's drunk and unconscious for the rest of the day.
Maribel finds this extremely entertaining and is clapping and is not disappointed at
He's
this
gonna
wizard
be
battle.
so hungover tomorrow.
Bruno,
See, guys, I know what we can do. Tomorrow morning, we tell him that what happened to me happened to him. It's been 1 week. I've become a more powerful wizard.
And he was
And
captured by the lizard men.
Yes. And we saved him.
All right, sure.
I seem amused by this. I'm like, okay.
all right, Bruno, your hangover, or not your hangover, your alcohol experience is intense. You pass out on the beach in the sun, and you wake up the next day.
I want to see someone make fan art of Bruno like head in a barrel of rum and Dark Albert like happily stroking his back saying,
Yes.
"You're there." I think that's a great little tableau.
I guess I should have went for the beer.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, we have some rum to celebrate my magical victory. And
Indeed.
I offer rum to the whole crew.
Well, I feel I can only grade on entertainment at this point, but I give you a 10 out of 10.
Considering that the other competitor is completely incapacitated.
And
would
not
say-
hurt,
Right.
which was in the rules.
I would say that this is a win for Dark Albert. And I accept the rum, but I like hold out my hand because I've made it clear that I can't get out of my sand chair.
I bring you the rum.
Thank you. I nod like with a little bit of extra respect, and then I enjoy the rum and continue resting.
I just continue to rest. I don't ask or take any rum at this point because I'm still keeping my eye on the beach.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys want, we can set up defenses in the form of walls of rum barrels. And I can be ready to cast this spell on command.
That's pretty good. I like that
It's
idea.
not a bad idea. I like it.
I say we make it so. What do you say, Captain Trellis?
I agree.
If we have such barrels to set up.
Yes,
Well, I
let's
mean-
do that.
I can transform any liquids into pretty much any other liquid, so... and make
Yeah, but
it-
we need containers.
Yeah, I mean, I could recycle the rum into something else if needed.
Well, I think just having that barrel of rum and that spell ready is...
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
So I guess, like, if we don't want to role play this, I think we should just do, like, a fast forward a few weeks kind of thing.
Yeah, so we can skip ahead in time, but I do want to mention a few things. Each morning you wake up, there is another dead lizard man draped over a tree.
Is someone trying to get our attention? Does someone want to join our crew?
Can we not fast forward?
Do you have things you would like to do?
Yeah, well, I'd like to, well, first off, the next morning, troll Bruno until he realizes it was a troll.
I'm actually I'm gonna let the results stand. However, could she have actually gotten up to me since I was 50 yards away?
Yeah, because you can move half your movement and still cast a spell in a single round, and she could move 120 yards in a round, so she could move 60
that's
yards.
pretty
and
impressive.
cast- yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, the next morning I'll be pretty nice to you. I'll bring you water. Then I'll troll you as if it's been a week since you've been passed.
Oh, you got me real good there, Albert. That hurts.
And then I ask you if I can look over at your spell book.
That's fine. Do you have that spell? That looks pretty useful. I'd like to study that one too.
As long as you never use it on me, it's a deal.
Of course.
And you're not allowed to use it in a wizard challenge against me.
Oh, I had a different plan for my wizard challenge, but unfortunately you got the jump on me.
Yep, that is correct. I wonder what you were thinking. If you want to share, by all means, I can tell you my follow-up too.
Your follow-up, you had more.
Well, I mean, in case the insatiable thirst failed, I mean, you have to have a plan B.
Well, if your insatiable thirst had failed, I would have turned invisible.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Not insatiable thirst of you.
Which is a great spell. It's right here. I opened the book up and I pointed out to Albert. It's like, if you need any help learning it, I'm here to help.
That sounds like a great spell, I agree. I wonder if I could have detected you with my detect magic spell while you're invisible.
Does that work?
I mean, you detect magic, so I guess I would have detected you as you were invisible. It's a good question. We should test it someday.
Oh, you guys are making a whole new book club. It's so cute.
Alright. Well, I guess we spend the next couple days studying each other's books. And I would like to detect magic on the lizard corpse.
Yeah.
It is unmagical.
The lizard corpse is confirmed unmagical. I repeat, not magical.
Okay. I sent Albert the list of spells since I am showing him all the spells.
Okay.
Over the next few days, I'll be learning. I'll be attempting to learn a few spells, and I'm sure Albert will be too.
Yeah, me too. Should we do anything about the corpses that are stacking up, or like I don't know what's up with this lizard story? It seems a little bit dangerous.
I think it'll be good as we go forth. I have no idea what. I don't have the energy to patrol at this moment, but I think we should at least put the corpses all together.
So basically, every day a new corpse appears on the reef,
On a tree.
on a tree.
Yep.
But on a different tree, right?
Well, unless you, as long as you keep removing the bodies, it keeps showing up on the same tree.
I don't understand why everyone is upset about this, and I'm like, we wanted to eradicate the lizard men. Someone is clearly doing it for us. We appreciate it.
Can't one of you who... I mean, I imagine they're not appearing during the day, right?
Yeah,
Can't
like,
you
I want
look at
to-
it overnight?
I want to stay up during the night and look at it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys watch one night, and sure enough, you see somewhere around the middle of the night, a group of 4 lizard men come dragging a corpse. 2 of them post guard. One of them climbs the tree. The other one, kind of boosts the guy up, and they together hoist the lizard man up and drape him over the branch, and then they scamper away. And I should mention, each one of these has had their tail removed. And the tail has been removed before it got to the tree.
Do we know anything about lizard tails? Like, if they have anything special about
The
it?
tail has actually been removed, correct? It wasn't without a tail to begin with.
Correct. They've been whapped off.
Okay. So, since it's the daytime, I turned to Albert and Bruno and I asked them, did you guys see anything?
I was asleep, but Albert noticed.
Yes.
What did you notice?
The lizard's tails were missing. Somebody is putting them up there.
Did you see who put it up there?
Neil, I didn't see that.
4 lizard men.
4 lizard men. So lizard men are sacrificing lizard men without the tail and putting them up there.
And the lizard men you saw, did they have tails or they did not?
Yes, they did.
Perhaps in
I thought they didn't.
perhaps in killing the lizard, we killed the lizard king, right?
Yes.
Perhaps in killing the lizard king, I have now become their ruler, and they are making sacrifices to me.
That could be an option, or maybe
I think that's exactly what's going on. We should accept their gift and leave them some food or something.
For what reason should we give them something?
As appreciation to their loyalty.
They are paying homage to me.
Yes, and
I do not need to appreciate it.
it is important for rulers to appreciate their subjects, lest the subjects decide that they're getting too... Lest the subjects just get bored.
I will move my sand chair over there. And, Dark Albert, do you feel like you might be able to communicate with the lizard men using one of your spells?
Yeah, if we would capture one, I could certainly understand what he says. Ideally, I feel the best way would be to capture two, tie them next to each other, and have me listen in as they communicate together so that we can pick up their conversation.
Well, let us first lie in wait and try to talk to them without capturing them. If indeed my theory is correct and I am their ruler.
Aren't they aggressive? Wouldn't they attack us?
They aren't doing it. Also, I think that they are awake during the nighttime, so we should sleep during the day today and then go talk to them at night.
So, in order to talk to them, I need to touch them. I feel like that might not be the easiest thing to accomplish.
That is where we give them some meat. Because lizardmen love meat. Source, me.
So, I guess we can approach them and see if they attack us, and if they don't, we can try to establish communication.
I have said what I think we should do.
Good plan, Albert.
Captain Trellis.
I sit and ponder for a minute. I'm kind of thinking, like, you know, and then I say aloud, you know, that could be the case, but I don't know. It could also be a warning as well. So I think we should still proceed with caution here.
I say we leave them a barrel of beer or rum as a gift.
I do not understand this wanting to gift our subjects who are trying to pay homage.
Well, homages can turn into friendship, you see. And friendship with lizard men is four bodies ahead of us when fighting a dragon.
Yes, but if they already are paying homage to us, then they're already loyal to us, and we simply need to ask for their help.
Unfortunately, none of us can speak lizardmen.
Except for
If they were going to bring it to us, they would have brought it up, I believe.
Maybe they're shy.
For this reason, I think we should try to communicate with them.
Which is why we break the ice with a barrel of rum.
If you want to give the lizard men rum, then by all means. But I'm more concerned with communicating with them.
I am too. And communication is much easier over a barrel of rum.
As you say.
Yes, because you were great to communicate when you had a barrel of rum.
Look at the wonders it's done for the friendship between Albert and I, though.
You did share really great stories as I was, like, petting your hair. You were throwing up. I feel like it was a bonding experience.
Then let us execute this plan tonight. Bring the barrel of rum. I will restfully move my sand chair to the near vicinity, and we will wait.
Okay. So it has been, let's say, 5 days. You've been watching these bodies come up for 5 days. So those of you that are literally doing nothing but resting, please record another 15 HP. Everyone else record another 10 gained HP.
You said also, 15?
Yes. Sorry? Yes, it did.
Okay.
Also note that you've done nothing but sit for 5 days. And that must be very agitating, I would presume.
All right, so on this day, since we're doing this plan, I get up and stretch and move around. I'm going to take a day of movement.
Yeah.
Can we?
Without
I do the same. Are we good on herbs, or is this a day I can gather?
This is a day that you should probably gather. You've got another 2 days worth of supplies.
I'm gonna gather herbs then on the first half of the day.
Okay, give me a herbalism check, please.
Which is, hold on, roll 20 plus 10. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or R. You don't need to type out the full roll. Please put a D before the 20.
I know how to do this.
Since it's been 5 days.
Success. More herbs gathered.
Since it's been 5 days, I'll go ahead and submit my first spell that I kind of wanted rolled, which is Insatiable Thirst.
Yes, you would have learned that, or tried to learn it after 3 days. And what is your chance to learn spells?
Chance to learn spells, 55.
All right, roll me 55 on a D100. 55 or lower.
Yeah.
Correct. You have learned it. Bruno, not Bruno. Albert, were you trying to learn any other spells?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I'd like invisibility.
Okay. What's your chance to learn?
Um, 75%.
Roll me a D100.
Uh-oh.
Wah, wah. Nope.
Ah!
Oh. In the case that we're trying to learn more spells than our max spells per level, do we just forget one of the old ones?
No. You cannot replace old ones.
It's permanently locked down?
Permanently locked in.
Really? Okay.
So,
Have you reached your cap for one of these things?
Yes. For level 1.
If you have time and a proper research laboratory, you can try to research spells, but that will allow you to push beyond your cap. But a proper research laboratory is expensive
Okay.
to maintain.
We could have lied to try to get that money to make it happen on our ship. Just saying.
I think I'm missing some of Bruno's spells. What are your second level spells, Bruno?
They are now invisibility and insatiable thirst.
You didn't have another one?
No, just those two. I mean, those two that I have learned.
Right.
So, I have a question. I wrote down max spells per level 12 and 14, and I don't understand why. Oh, it's because I had 12 out of 14 level 1. Never mind. I have 2 slots for level 1 spells. So. And it's per, like, level of spell. So, like, if
Correct.
it says I have 14, I can have 14 level.
Bruno has the sudden realization that perhaps he should not have learned taunt.
This is the worst spell.
I learned it because I thought I could get rid of it later, but maybe it'll still see some use
What
someday.
happens if you're invisible and you taunt yourself? Like, are they gonna run around like in invisible?
If you cast Taunt, you break invisibility.
But if you taunt and then you invisibility yourself.
Why don't you find out?
Bruno, I have an idea for you.
No, what would happen is that they would then no longer go after you.
But would they really, or would they keep looking for you and then be useless? Anyway, so do I get to look for another spell, or am I done?
What other spells would you like to learn?
Improved phantasmal force.
Is that in one of your spell books?
Yeah, it's in Bruno's.
Sure. Okay, let me write down how many days that's going to take. That's going to take 3 days. So I will. Okay, so how do I want to say this? Since we had skipped ahead 5 days, we glossed over the rules for learning spells. Each spell takes D 2 days to learn per spell level. For example, a second level spell takes 2D 2 days to learn. And I will roll the number of days it takes in secret and your success or failure in secret, and then after that number of days you either learn it, or after a maximum number of days you fail to learn it.
Okay.
So since we're only fast forwarding through one more day, I will roll these things in secret, and I will let you know if and when you learn, and your percent is 75.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Neil, I will send you the 3 level 2 spells that I attempt to learn. In what order?
Okay.
Should I send you 3 as well, or just?
Send me whichever ones you want, and in the order you want to learn them. Although, okay, good. So, so the rest of the party, what is your plan for the learning, or the negotiating or talking? How are you guys going to go about speaking with these lizards?
It's quite simple. Music is the universal language, so as they approach, I will play a soft melody on my bongos.
Okay.
If we don't scare them off, I suppose that will work. Dark Albert, you have your communication spell prepared, correct?
Yeah, sure.
As they approach, I will accept them as their ruler and beckon them to come closer so you may speak to them.
Okay.
Let us wait.
We wait.
Sorry, I'm just making notes real quick for the spells. Okay, cool. So, let's take a look at the map again. Where do you go to find lizard men?
The same tree that they have been leaving the lizard men.
And you're just going to wait at the tree all day until they come up at night?
We'll go there in the evening. I think we wanted to sleep during the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
You rest all day, you wait in the evening. Saffron says her magic words and illuminates the area with her staff.
And I keep an ear out on the magic words.
Give me a perception check.
Let's see. Perception.
Did you roll? Ooh, a success. I will PM you the words as
Nice.
soon as I can find them. And then you guys wait. Are there any plans? Anything in particular you'd like to do, or just going to wait by the tree?
I have my bongos at the ready when I see them.
I will hide in a bush.
I'm just waiting to receive them.
Just waiting to receive my people.
Mm-hmm. I'm completely convinced that I'm now their ruler.
I've moved my area closer to Maribel just to bring back up in case something happens, and also keep an eye out.
Okay. Bruno, I am PMing you the words to the staff, or the word to the staff. All right, so time passes. The night comes. The bugs are still thick all over you guys. Lots of flies, lots of mosquitoes in the evening. And eventually, sometime near the middle of the night, you see 4 lizard men dragging another lizard towards you. They kind of stop at the very edge of the light. They grab the lizard. Each guy gets a hand or a leg, and they heave-ho it, and just kind of like heave-ho, poof, and it tosses like 5 or 10 feet out into the center of the light, and kind of splatters on the ground and rolls over towards you. Its
Do
tail
they
has-
look at us? Like, do they see us?
They do see you.
I softly play some bongos in what can only be described as a backgroundy type elevator music.
I like go and I say come approach like this. I give them that motion.
They stand at a distance watching curiously. They are armed, I should say. I should remember. One of them hesitantly takes a step forward.
I nod. Yes. Come on.
And then another 2 steps. And then slowly walks about halfway out into the light.
I come out of the bush as if it was normal, like not in a surprise motion, like in a.
Yeah, and I like bring her and I approach.
I take my hand out like I used to do with the mermaids.
The lizard comes over.
I have
Snicks, his
food.
forked tongue kind of sticks out and grazes your hand a few times.
Can I do comprehend languages?
Yeah, start casting comprehend languages, and you can just kind of like reach out and touch him at the very end. Do you need to
Can
be
I
touching
touch
him the
him?
whole time for comprehend languages? No, I think you just need to touch him to cast the spell.
Yeah, I think so. And this is how Dark Albert dies.
Okay. Make me just a roll to hit to see if you can touch him when you cast the spell.
Like, I'm trying to touch him in a non-aggressive manner.
Right, but he's pretty nervous around you. Why don't you take a +2 for
Well,
his
like,
proximity?
what if I wait for him to, like, touch my hand?
Well, because his tongue's kind of like flicking out and touching it very briefly. You know, it's not
But, like,
enough
if
to.
I'm, like, isn't there, like, a common, like, humanoid motion of, like, hold my hand?
That sounds like a common human emotion.
Humanoid? I mean, like, the motion, like, when I point to his hand and I'm like,
He reaches out a long spiked claw and rests it in your hand. I should remind you guys that these creatures are like 7 feet tall. They're huge.
I'm 6 feet tall. It's not that bad. It's like a short girl with a tall guy.
And I'm 7 feet tall, so I'm fine.
Yes, you're all large.
Well, not all of
Hey,
us.
slender and tall.
Okay, you cast your spell on the scaled walking crocodile, pretty much.
And I start talking and I say something to the effect of like, have you come to pay homage? And I motion to the body and kind of like.
And then I'm like, what the fuck?
The lizard has his finger in your claw. And Jen, you hear this. The rest of you guys, you just kind of hear this more, the same weird hissing noises that are constantly emanating from him that don't seem to have any meaning. But Jen, you hear him whispering to his friends, I don't know what this is. These are strange masters now.
You can't speak to him directly, Jen?
No.
I
don't know what it just said, so I'm gonna say that he believes we are his masters. I put a lot of emphasis on this. They also believe we are strange.
Oh. I take I take Dark Albert's arm in mine and I go like this. And then I motion to the other people who are part of my crew and say go like this, I'm motioning that we're together. And then I reach out my hand to him, like, are you part of this?
Too complicated, I say as I laugh. I tell Albert,
We
all right.
should offer them something. I think you are on the right track.
Exactly. We have this barrel of rum for them. You can. I kind of gesture, stop playing the music for a
I
moment.
even drink rum. I feel like water would be a better resource for lizard men.
I don't know. I'm sure
Or
lizardmen love rum.
Juice. Like, what do they even eat?
Rum. And furthermore, you should tell them to go into the pyramid and clear off those dragons for us. Or just point towards the pyramid and have them lead us. Or point towards the map with the pyramid.
I do my best to, as soon as he finishes going like weird people, I try to, trying to get there. So I look at him and I'm like, I point to them and I'm like, Do they react to me looking like I understand what he just said, or is it like...
You don't see any significant reaction, but their faces are they're alien to you, and they don't have the same sort of expression that we do.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, it's just a lizard with its claw in your hand,
Sick.
looking at you.
Offer them something to eat. I feel like they would eat creatures.
Lizard men?
Do we have any like food or something they might like fish? What about a fish?
You can give them some plants, maybe.
Yeah, let's offer them some plants.
I think they eat meat. They tried to eat Bruno.
Did they?
It's true. They did take a chomp out of him.
Okay, let's bring meat then. Do we have fish or any kind of meat? Quickly.
Jen, open your PMs in Zoom. I'm just going to keep typing things it says to you. Nope, I sent those to Trump, not to Jen.
That's what I saw. I was like, huh. Not weird.
I will just keep PMing things that they say to you because the other players shouldn't hear when they are talking or know what they say.
Huh.
What
They're
does he
about
say?
to leave. We should bring them food as before they leave to establish a better connection.
Absolutely. Crew, quickly. Fish or food.
The crewmen run back to get the dried fish that you've got storing left around.
I extend that to them. To the lizard men.
I would like to take this moment to point out that Bruno has the best ideas.
You were correct.
So I guess we offer them the food.
Yeah,
You offer. Yeah, sorry, I was just typing to Jen. You offer them these kind of dried fish, and the one that has its claw in Albert's hand takes a step over, grabs one, and just puts it in his mouth and swallows the thing whole. Turns and looks at his companions and hisses some more.
What does he say?
Well, before we... Oh, they don't like it. Tastes foul. Damn, we need to find something they will like.
I don't think they're gonna like anything besides humans.
It's been dead for days. We need something fresh. How can these monsters eat this shit? I say that laughing. I'm like, yeah, which kind of food do we even have? It's terrible.
Can you try to get them to tell us why they're leaving us dead lizard men? Or why their tails are...
Well, they see this as offerings. And
So I was right.
They're wondering what we've been doing with them.
Accepting them.
Good point.
Uh,
Let's offer them some rum. Maybe Bruno's not wrong. Like maybe just a little rumsies.
Yeah, I nudged the barrel forward.
The 4 lizard men start to slowly back away. The one that was near Jen spits up the remainder of the fish, and they retreat into the dark.
Well, at least now we know that they do accept us as rulers and they are giving us offerings.
That is very nice of them. If only we had a spell to pursue means of communication.
Yeah.
I wonder if they know how to write. Probably not. More read.
So
Drawings?
they vanish into the dark,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you guys head back to your ship. What is your game plan? What are you going after? How are you going to get off the island?
The general game plan is to rest up until
We're good enough to
Annabelle
go
and
there.
Trellis are at a decent amount of health. I'm going to say, 85% would be fine. So when they're battle ready, but not completely healthy, and then we're going to go through the pyramid.
Sure. Anna, how much HP are you down so we know how far to skip ahead?
I am down 26.
Ooh. Wow, so that's...
I don't have to be full though, because I have a lot of HP, so...
And I'm down 17.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend my days trying to learn spell and trying to find food that the lizard men will like. So my technique is collect various fresh foods and bring it to them as I comprehend languages to find when they like something.
So that rest of that night passes uneventfully. The next day passes uneventfully. The night after that, you hear a scratching at the hull of the ship.
I get up and go see what's happening.
There are 5 lizard men down there. I say lizard men only as the name of their race. We have no idea if these are males or females. There's no way to tell them apart. One of them is significantly smaller than the others. The 4 are 7 feet tall, and one of them is maybe 3 feet tall. It is being held by its arms and carried by 2.
No,
Does it
they're
look like
offering
it's
us
resisting?
children.
No, it looks like it's kind of dangling there.
I ask Dark Albert, can you speak to them now?
Wow, I can listen to them. If that's your question.
I bring Albert forward and motion to them to touch the hand again like they did.
I offer them the daily food that I collected for them.
They look at you guys for a moment, and then one of them, very slowly, as if it's being very patient, kind of gestures to the creature, the small lizard man that they're holding,
Mm-hmm.
and then gestures to you, gestures back to it, gestures to his mouth. And then the smaller lizard man, still hanging there, dangling, the guy takes the creature and just bites into its neck and rips out the flesh. The little one gives it like a and then stops. The other lizardman that's holding up the other side goes in and bites on the neck too, and they, both rip out some flesh and chew it, swallow it, and then toss the small lizardman onto like the gangplank that's leading up to the deck.
Damn, they eat
I
it.
believe that these are cannibals and they are trying to share their food with us.
Interesting.
No, they don't only eat lizard men. They ate me too.
And then I'm like, good thing I just happened to have fresh meat that I caught for them.
Well, we should not turn down their offering. So,
We should eat it.
crew, let's put this on a fire. Let's roast it up. It might be good.
I agree.
The crew begins to build a fire. They go off the other side of the ship so they don't have to pass the lizardmen, build a little fire on the beach. It takes a few minutes. And then they begin to cook the lizard. And the lizardmen put their hands in the air and shake it, and they come over and drag the corpse off the fire and drag it away and look at you with what can only be described as like lizard horror.
All
I
right.
do not believe they cook their food.
I look at them and I do the same motion they did to eat the creature. I straight up eat the raw lizard.
You eat the raw lizard
And,
man
like,
child.
If they ate it with like their face without hands or like however.
No, they just like
like that. I do the same as them, and then I do the touching thing to know what they think of me.
It's bloody.
Yep.
It's gross.
Yep.
It's like warm, but weirdly warm. It doesn't sit well in your stomach, but I think you choke it down. Give me a con check at +2.
Constitution check 9. Damn it.
Give me 20 + 11.
Oh.
Yeah, you keep it down intact. You communicate with them again, and they are. I'll just type back to you.
Nice. I did it, Reddit. And by Reddit, I mean Twitch. So let's see what they say. Maybe they're not that stupid after all. Maybe I'm not that stupid after all, he says. I look at my crew. And I take another bite. And I offer them the piece of food I collected for them today that is fresh.
I
don't think they like what I got, damn it.
what did they say?
They don't like my food. I think they just like lizard man. I guess I can share back with the
I think they like to eat live food.
like very, very fresh food.
Like not even fresh. I think they like to eat live food.
I used to like give it to him. I throw it on the ground and then I like straight up give them a piece of the offering they already gave us. And then I pass it on to my crewmates.
They munch on the child.
And then I try to pass it on to my crewmates and I'm like, this is a sign of bonding. You guys should try it. It's acceptable.
I am a vegetarian, so I like bow thanks, and then I grab some leaves and put them in my mouth and chew, and I go.
You know, like you could pretend to eat it.
I
respect.
I am their ruler. I do not need to change my customs for them.
I pass on the meat to the next person.
Yeah, great. I tear off a bit with my hands, and then I pass it on to Trellis. I put a tiny bit in my mouth, and then I put the rest behind my back as I start chewing.
Simon and Alan eat some of it. Malcolm does not.
Should have gotten another 6 HP, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, we can pass more time.
So 6 HP?
Small enough amount that I literally just swallow it without chewing or tasting it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pass it along.
Okay. They watch for a
Really?
few minutes, and then they retreat into the darkness again.
All right.
I think we should rest until we are ready to go to the pyramid and then try to communicate with our lizard men friends that we want them to come with us.
Well, that was 3 days so far, so we should have gotten another 6 HP, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, we can pass more time.
So 6 HP?
Yep.
We had already had that, yeah. Or should have gotten it for that reason.
Okay.
Okay, the lizardmen stop showing up after that night.
Interesting.
And let's pass another 10 days at... not 10 days, another 5 days at 3 HP a day for the two of you. So that should be another 15 HP. In those 5 days, Jen, you fail to learn improved Phantasmal Force. Trump, you fail to learn Alter Self. But you do learn Darkness. And now, how much HP are you down, guys?
I'm good enough to go. I'm only like 5 down, but that's not enough to worry.
All right, so you guys have been on this island for like 3 or 4 weeks now. All the sailors have kind of raggedy beards. Any of you that can grow beards have them as well. There's been no way to shave. Your hair is you're just always furry.
Yeah.
Are you covered in fur or are you covered in skin?
I have fur in different places. So like from the waist down, I have fur like a fawn kind of. And then on like parts of my arms and then like
just like random patches of fur.
Not like patches, like a lion's mane, but like, do you know what I mean? Like it looks like an evolutionary thing. Like it looks like parts of me. So it's not like patchy. It's
right.
Like, here's a streak and then here's a streak. And then like, you know, it comes to a point on my hand and then I have fingers that are human with human skin. So my face is all human skin, but maybe I have like some fur here, like that blends into human hair.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
So very much like how a fawn would look, except Minotaur.
All right. Well, those days have passed, and it is the morning that you have decided to go out to the temple.
Let us stop by the Lizardmen village and see if they will come with us.
Sure.
Okay.
I lead the way.
It's easy enough to take the overland route, over behind the hills, over the creeks, behind the other hills, and then muck through the swamp. Before you guys get to the swamp, your crewmen bend down and start wrapping their ankles in leaves. Wait, what is our chance for them to show up? It's one of these suckers. Okay. And you make your way into the Lizardman camp. No one is...
Albert, make sure to watch out for the leeches here.
No one is caught by any leeches on the way to the Lizardman camp. You find the camp completely deserted. It looks like no one's been here since you guys came. The buildings are knocked down, or what little buildings there were are knocked down. The ground looks like it's been deserted and emptied, and no sign of inhabitants for weeks.
Oh well, we tried. Let us go to the pyramid.
Muted again, Jen.
While Jen's figuring that out, did I notice, is there some kind of way that Saffron turns off her staff? Is it another word?
Yes. Yes. Give me a perception check to see if you figured out the turning off word.
Okay.
Jen left. I think
Uh-oh.
she'll be right back.
I think she's probably restarting.
Yeah. You did not hear the word to turn it off. If it is a separate word. It could be the
Got it.
same thing. And there she's back.
What about
There
now?
she is.
Yes,
you
we
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Okay. I might have figured it out.
Excellent. So, you guys are now at the Lizardman camp. For Jen, it is this circle over here in the middle of the swamp. And before, you guys were over here by this ship. Do you see on the Roll20s?
Yeah. So, like, what are we expecting here, guys? Why are we even going to do this?
Why are we going to the pyramid? There is a wondrous magical ship fabled to be inside the pyramid, which we could somehow, we assume, perhaps, fly out of the pyramid to then use for our own use. And our dream would be fulfilled of having our own ship on which we could sail the high seas. However, the problem is that last time we tried to do this, we encountered some frost dragons and also some vampiric mist.
This seems like something we're not ready to take on. Also,
Well, that is why we prepared for this moment for 2 weeks.
by doing...
By resting up.
And what's the plan? Like, do we show up and say hi to the dragons?
No, it's simple. You see, she, I point towards Maribel, hits them very hard, and she, point towards Trellis, shoots them with the bow, and the two of us will help.
Perhaps, do you have spells that specifically would be good for skeletal, magical, frosty dragons?
Why, yes, this time I believe I can be of some help.
How do you believe you can be of help?
Well, you see, Albert, I have prepared. I think I will be better at casting this spell than you. Not because I'm a better wizard necessarily, just because I have more experience in casting a spell. It's a spell Color Spray. It shall knock all of them unconscious. Just like I did the Lizardman.
This sounds like a decent plan. Hopefully they're low level enough that they can be affected by your spellcasting.
Indeed.
So how many are they? How are they? Like, what's the setup here? Where have you seen the ship? How did you hear about the ship?
Oh, I'm a bard. I know things.
Where is our old town and the dragon?
That is an excellent question, Albert. It's a tale for another day. Let's go into the temple.
How do we know about this temple again?
I learned about it.
How?
What? We bards, we have to keep our little secrets too.
I don't feel I want to go into this temple if I don't have any information. All I know right now is that there are dragons in there and maybe a ship because you think you've heard of it. This doesn't seem like reliable info. All I know is that we have some lizard men that are with us now, which is pretty good.
I don't think they'll be of that much help since we can't order them around.
Maybe we should learn lizard.
Don't you want to have our own ship, Dark Albert? And if that ship could fly, don't you want to have that one?
So what about
Exactly. Until we get a magic carpet, this is our only option. So we need
what
to
about
go in.
the ship we were in?
Oh, that ship is broken
not
beyond
work.
repair.
We can't repair it?
No.
And
Or
there's
we
no
could,
other
but it
way
would take
of-
a few years. And you see, I'm anxious to get back to civilization.
So there's no other way off this island besides going into a dragon-ridden...
Exactly.
worry.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have gone in the temple.
Don't worry, Albert. Don't worry, Albert. I think the word dragon is a little bit exaggerated. These are just small little baby dragons, smaller than the wyvern.
Alright, I'll cut you a deal. You make me invisible, and I'll do great things.
Why don't you tell me your plan?
Well, I
You can't
mean,
do anything if you're invisible.
all of us must have our secrets, right? So if I'm gonna trust you, you're gonna have to trust me.
Okay, I didn't need the invisibility this time around, so yeah, I can cast invisibility on you.
This should ease my spell casting.
Now remember, whenever you cast anything offensive, you will not be invisible anymore.
Sounds good.
I think it specifically lists the spells that you are allowed to cast and remain invisible.
It lists some spells which basically have no immediate combat results. So if you cast something non-combat, I believe you'll remain invisible.
So like detect magic.
Yeah,
Comprehend
enlarge.
languages.
What was that?
Comprehend languages.
Yeah, that
Probably.
seems fun. Although you'll have to. Yeah, that's fun. I think.
Okay.
All right, so you guys trek over to the temple.
Okay. To help Albert out with the leeches, I'll just cast invisibility. What? It lasts the entire day.
Before you do it, I
Yes.
will cast some spells on my party members. So I'm gonna assume that dragons are not gonna be affected by insatiable thirst. Wait.
They are bone dragons, so I don't think they need to drink.
Well, would they be made thirsty even if they don't normally drink?
It just says creature.
Neil, can you clarify? Is that outside the rules?
I don't think I'm allowed to clarify on this one.
Okay.
We just have to find out.
Do you have insatiable thirst now?
Yeah, I do, but I can only cast 1 second level spell, and I prepared invisibility.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, from reading up on the spell, it seems like it would work.
Okay, so I will cast Cat's Grace on to Maribel.
Ooh, okay. Would you please roll, what is it, a d6?
Yeah,
Is that a d6 for Maribel?
yeah.
It is. Roll it.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. It's
I
your
thought
spell.
it was somehow her. that wrote it.
Wait a second. I looked at before you cast it on her. I read up on this spell, and it seems to be affecting dexterity, right? Isn't that more useful
Yeah.
to you or me?
Well, the thing is, I feel like it's gonna give her more AC.
Anna, what is your armor, or what is your dexterity score, please?
11.
It is now 14 for the next hour, or 3
Cool.
hours.
Doesn't it give her more AC?
Not until you hit 15.
Ah! So, like, basically, I didn't change shit.
If she has to make a dex check,
Oh, Albert.
I mean, if I rolled better, it would have worked out.
Uh-huh.
The plan was half decent. And look at the cat. Look at the cat. Cat's Grace. That's
So-
what I'm going for.
you guys arrive at the base of this hill in the middle of the swamp. All around you is this kind of knee-deep, gross, dark water that you can't really see through. There's vines and reeds and strange grasses poking up through them. Occasionally something swims past your leg. You reach this large hill, and the party walks around to one side where you see a set of doors.
Well, Albert, this better be useful. Are you ready for your invisibility now?
Yes, I am ready for my invisibility now.
Okay, I cast invisibility on Albert.
Albert disappears from view.
Cool.
And before we open the door, why don't we go to our third and final break for the evening?
Cool.
And we'll see what happens on the other side of the door. Bye-bye.